How you doing, YouTube? We're actually in the hotel still for the YCS Atlanta. This is Monday. We're about to take our flight pretty soon, and I just wanted to show my deck list before I dismantle it. So you see some of the cards aren't even in sleeves anymore. Of how I did and all. Overall in the tournament, I went 4-3 and I dropped. Overall, I like the deck a lot. Still, it was just I had some pretty unfortunate draws, and I'll explain my deck list first. 3 monkey board, 3 sorcerer, 1 guitar turtle, double lizard, and triple joker. 6 clowns. I didn't play trick clown because I thought it wasn't necessary when we were building it. It wasn't more so like, hey, trick clown be really good here. It'd be more so, do we really need trick clown right then? And it's being cut. I didn't really like 3 damage juggler either because it didn't really do much for me. Double maxi, and then I played 5 trap cards. At first I wasn't playing treacherous. I cut Rafflesia overall and I just played the 4. The idea behind the deck was just to play your deck to make it thin as much as possible, and then resolve the guitar and lizard draw last, and hopefully draw a trap card or maxi. But at some point we found that like treacherous is really good when you go second, even if they make say a Rafflesia infinity board or say like a nightmare board. You can make your Rafflesia to offensively counter their board. So Adam putting this back in. And then spells triple wavering, triple face off, Raigeki, and double twin twister. Another big reason we put treacherous back in was because the idea behind the deck was mass removal followed by a trap card. If you can have that, your opponent most likely won't have a big comeback. But we put this in instead of dark hole again because again it's really good when you have Rafflesia and then another trap card on the field, because this will answer the Direwolf and this will answer the pendulum play, which is really good. And Twin Twister is just for like the trap variants of the deck and like not Pepe. I played 6 Draco Slayers, or 6 Draco monsters. That was my main deck. My side deck, this isn't all here, but the important cards are 3 deck dev, Vanity, 2 Vanity Sphenes. I didn't really like the Kaiju monsters. I preferred they be something else. The second Dark Hole is also really good, and Quaking Mirror Force is pretty nice. When you go first, you side out like Maxis and Raigeki, and you put in triple deck dev. I was playing Silver Claw for a really long time, just to make deck dev much easier to play, but then I took him out for the tournament and I kind of missed it. But deck dev, every time I resolved it, it was like a blowout. I hit, I think one time 4 cards. And it usually doesn't even last all 3 turns. It's just probably like you win on the turn you activate it. Overall, I played, round 1 I played against a mirror match. He didn't play for 4 mages. His deck was pretty cool. He played 3 and 3. And at a certain point, I drew double Twin Twister, which wasn't really the best card. He set the scale for the second Guitar Turtle and the second was a draw. Well, he had a monkey board in hand, and I thought, he doesn't have any more high scales I can pendulum summon with. So I twin twisted it, being my only play, and he played monkey board and searched the 3rd lizard draw, and I lost that game. I ended up winning the match because I resolved deck dev for a lot. And then game, I drew a Vanity's Emptiness, which is also really good still. Round 2 I played against the mirror match. He's a really nice guy. Game 1 I lost very quickly, and game 2 I won the same way. When you make the giant board, sometimes your opponent doesn't have really an out to it anymore. But game 3 I had, I went second because he chose. I set my scale with, I played monkey board, search lizard draw. He drew and lockbirds me. After he has 2 set. So I played monkey board, or I played the lizard draw on my scale, hoping to pendulum something big. He wavering eyes me. So then I had luster, and I played vector in my scale, and he wavering eyes me again. But these wavering eyes weren't getting him draws because, or wasn't getting the searches because of draw and lockbird. And my last 2 cards in hand was no, I played mirror and luster. And then my last 2 cards were vector and Draco. So I played those 2, then pendulum summoned back mirror and luster because the other 2 weren't big enough for the scales. And then I attacked for those 2, then made Dinister. On his turn, he pendulum summoned back to his board and synchro summon. So his board was Ignister, double lizard draw, and vector. And then he attempted to spin my vector away, but he forgot about Dinister. And then he used Ignister's effect to bring out Master, and instead of saying Castel, if he Castel'd me right then, I would have lost. But he Castel'd Vector instead, and he passed, giving me an opportunity to draw a card. And by then, if you noticed, I didn't really have any Perform Pals yet. If I drew into like any of my cards, I probably would have won, but I drew Maxi instead. I even checked my next card was face off, sadly. Round 3, I played against, I believe it's another Fat Mirror, and I lost. No, I won, I think. It's kind of blurry. I played against a Water, I won as well. I played against Cosmo, and I lost to Game 3. He had Electric Virus from my Ignister. I wasn't expecting that. It was pretty good. Round 3 I played against another Perform Pal variant with Armageddon Knights and Hell Princesses. And he played Mass Change too, which is really cool. He made Dark Law with his deck. I ended up winning because, again, of deck dev. And I think another notable round was, the last round was round 7 I played in. I played against a person who came from Japan. His deck was very different. It's very OCG. We have a player that comes from China in our area, and he plays really OCG style too. And game 1 I lost. I wouldn't really draw too well. Game 2 I made a King of Feral Imps without having a Lizard Draw left in my deck because I drew deck dev. So I had Lizard Draw and King Feral. He draws, he looks at his hand, he sets a monster. And my turn I draw a Joker, but I monkey boarded my scale and I ran out of like high scales already. So I was thinking, it's like, he seems Japanese. There might be a chance I'd be Great Eagle. And then I snapped myself out of it and like, no way, it's Great Eagle. You wouldn't do that. So summon Joker, I search Sorcerer, and enter Battle Phase, because I didn't flip deck dev yet. And I attack with Lizard Draw, and he's a Great Eagle. I'm like, oh fuck, I lose. So then he made this really cool play on his turn, because by then I would have scooped already, but I just want to see his deck more. He went Part Naga, pumped my his own King Feral up, detached King Feral for Lizard Draw, and then he like ended up sorcering his Part Naga away, then Pendulum selling Part Naga out, and Part Naga pumping his King Feral again, and then Ignistering Part Naga away so his Ignister can attack and stuff. Overall, I went 4-3. It wasn't the best tournament, but I still enjoy this deck. I think the traps are really good. And that's it. Thank you, everyone.